It's a familiar scene for pet owners everywhere. You're sitting down for a meal, and your furry companion gazes up at you with those pleading eyes, tail wagging or whiskers twitching. Their hope is simple: just a taste, a tiny morsel from your plate. It's easy to want to share, to indulge that look of anticipation. But what many people don't realize is that some of our favorite foods, the things we enjoy every day, can pose serious risks to our pets. In fact, some foods can lead to emergency vet visits, lasting health problems, or even be fatal. Today, we're taking a closer look at the most dangerous foods for dogs and cats, the ones you should never feed your pets, no matter how convincing their puppy dog eyes may be. Let's start with one of the most commonly overlooked hazards: chocolate and coffee. For us, chocolate is a sweet treat. For many, it's a daily delight, a comfort on a tough day, or a reward after dinner. Coffee, likewise, is the morning ritual that kickstarts our routine. But both chocolate and coffee contain substances called theobromine and caffeine. While these compounds give us a pleasant buzz, they're toxic to dogs and cats. Even a small amount, a chocolate chip cookie left on the edge of the table, a spilled cup of coffee, can cause serious problems. When ingested, theobromine and caffeine stimulate the nervous system and heart, leading to symptoms like vomiting, diarrhea, rapid heartbeat, tremors, and seizures. In severe cases, they can cause heart failure and death. It's important to remember that different types of chocolate contain varying levels of theobromine. Dark chocolate and baking chocolate are especially dangerous, containing much higher concentrations than milk chocolate. The smaller the pet, the less it takes to reach toxic levels. So instead of sharing that delicious dessert, keep chocolate and coffee well out of reach. For our pets, these treats are anything but sweet. Now let's look at a group of foods that might seem harmless, especially when used as flavorings or ingredients in recipes. Onions, garlic, leeks, and chives. These are staples in kitchens around the world, adding depth to soups, stews, and sauces. But for dogs and cats, they're a hidden danger. All members of the allium family contain compounds that can damage red blood cells in pets, leading to a condition called hemolytic anemia. This means their bodies can't carry oxygen as efficiently, causing weakness, lethargy, and even organ damage. The risk isn't just from raw onions or garlic. Cooked, powdered, or dried forms are equally harmful, and it doesn't take much. Even small amounts over time can add up, causing cumulative damage. Imagine sharing a bit of your stir-fry, or letting your dog lick a plate that had onion powder on it. The effects might not be immediate, but the risk is real. So while a little onion might not seem like a big deal, for our pets it absolutely can be. It's best to keep all foods containing these ingredients away from curious noses and paws. Moving on, we come to grapes and raisins. These are healthy snacks for humans, packed with vitamins and antioxidants, often found in lunchboxes and fruit bowls. But for dogs, grapes and raisins are among the most mysterious and dangerous foods. For reasons not entirely understood, even a tiny quantity can cause sudden kidney failure in some dogs. Symptoms can develop quickly: vomiting, lethargy, loss of appetite, and decreased urination. If untreated, this can be fatal. What's especially frightening is that the reaction varies from dog to dog. Some pets may eat a grape and be fine, while others experience life-threatening toxicity from just one. There's no way to predict which dog will be affected, so the safest bet is to avoid grapes and raisins altogether. If your pet ever gets into these foods, call your vet immediately. The sooner you act, the better their chances. Avocado is another food that's often seen as a health superfood for humans. Sliced on toast, blended into smoothies, or mashed for guacamole, it's praised for its healthy fats and nutrients. But for pets, especially birds and small animals, avocado is anything but healthy. Avocado contains a substance called persin, which can cause digestive upset in dogs and cats, vomiting, diarrhea, and abdominal pain. In birds, rabbits, and rodents, persin can be even more dangerous, leading to heart damage and death. While some dogs and cats might tolerate small amounts, the risk isn't worth it. The pit and skin of avocados also pose choking hazards and can cause intestinal blockages if swallowed. So while it's tempting to share superfoods with your furry friends, remember that what's healthy for us isn't always safe for them. Alcohol is a no-brainer for most pet owners, but accidents happen. A spilled glass, leftover beer in a cup, or alcohol-laced desserts left within reach. Even tiny amounts of alcohol can be extremely dangerous for pets. Their bodies process ethanol much more slowly than ours, making them highly susceptible to poisoning. Signs of alcohol toxicity include vomiting, diarrhea, lack of coordination, confusion, difficulty breathing, tremors, and even coma. Pets have zero tolerance for alcohol. What might be just a sip for us could be life-threatening for them. Never leave drinks unattended, and keep alcohol-containing foods out of reach. Desserts like rum cake or bourbon-glazed treats are off-limits for your furry companions. Beyond these major offenders, there are other foods that pose significant risks, often without pet owners realizing. Xylitol, a sugar substitute found in many sugar-free gums, candies, baked goods, and even some peanut butters, is extremely toxic to dogs. Even a small amount can cause a rapid release of insulin, leading to dangerously low blood sugar, hypoglycemia, seizures, and liver failure. Symptoms can develop within minutes, so if you suspect your dog has ingested anything containing xylitol, seek veterinary care immediately. Salty snacks like chips, pretzels, crackers, and processed foods are also hazardous. Dogs and cats are much more sensitive to salt than humans, and eating salty foods can lead to excessive thirst, vomiting, diarrhea, tremors, and even kidney damage. While a single potato chip may not be catastrophic, regular access to salty treats can cause long-term health issues. Bones, especially cooked bones, are another common hazard. It's a classic image: a dog gnawing on a bone, tail wagging in delight. But cooked bones can easily splinter, creating sharp fragments that can choke your pet or puncture their digestive tract. This can lead to painful injuries, infections, and emergency surgeries. Raw bones are less likely to splinter, but even these should be given with caution and under supervision. The safest option is to provide specially made dog chews designed to be safe and digestible. There are other foods worth mentioning that should never be given to pets. Macadamia nuts, for example, can cause weakness, tremors, and vomiting in dogs. Raw eggs and raw meat may harbor bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli, which can make both pets and humans sick. Dairy products, while not toxic, can cause digestive upset in many adult dogs and cats, as most lose the ability to properly digest lactose after weaning. Some fruits and vegetables are also off-limits. Cherries, for instance, contain pits that can block the intestines and cyanide compounds that are toxic. Apple seeds and cores also contain cyanide and should be avoided. Tomatoes, especially unripe or green parts, contain solanine, which can cause gastrointestinal distress and neurological problems. It's not just about the foods themselves. Ingredients added to our meals can be dangerous too. Artificial sweeteners, spices, and flavorings may have hidden risks. Nutmeg, for example, can cause hallucinations and seizures. High-fat foods like bacon, sausage, and greasy leftovers may lead to pancreatitis, a painful and potentially fatal inflammation of the pancreas. So what should you do if your pet accidentally eats something they shouldn't? The first step is to stay calm and assess the situation. Try to determine what and how much was consumed. Contact your veterinarian or an emergency animal poison control hotline immediately. Prompt action can make all the difference. Prevention is key. Keep food securely stored, clean up spills right away, and teach children and guests not to feed pets from the table. Be especially cautious during holidays and gatherings, when tempting treats and leftovers may be within reach. Educate yourself on the ingredients in your food, especially if your pet is known for counter-surfing or raiding the trash. It's also important to have a basic understanding of safe treats for pets. There are plenty of commercial options designed specifically for dogs and cats, made with their nutritional needs in mind. Carrots, green beans, and small pieces of apple, without seeds, can be healthy snacks for dogs. Cats often prefer lean cooked meats. When in doubt, consult your veterinarian for recommendations. Sometimes, well-intentioned pet owners want to prepare homemade meals for their pets. If you're considering this, work with your vet or a certified animal nutritionist to ensure that your recipes are balanced and free from hazardous ingredients. Pets have unique dietary requirements, and improper meals can lead to deficiencies or toxicities over time. The bottom line is simple. Our pets' bodies are very different from ours. Foods that are safe, healthy, and delicious for humans can be dangerous, even deadly, for dogs and cats. It's not just about the obvious offenders like chocolate and grapes. It's the hidden dangers in everyday foods, flavorings, and snacks. We all love our pets, and sometimes it's tempting to share our food with them. But the best way to show our love is by keeping them safe. By staying informed and vigilant, you can protect your pets from accidental poisoning and ensure they live long, healthy lives. Remember to keep chocolate, coffee, onions, garlic, grapes, raisins, avocado, alcohol, xylitol, salty snacks, and cooked bones far from your pet's reach. And always check with your veterinarian if you're unsure about a particular food. If you found this information helpful, take a moment to think about your own kitchen and habits. Are there foods within reach that could pose a risk? Can you make simple changes to keep your pets safer? The more we share knowledge, the better we can protect the animals we love. Spread the word to friends, family, and fellow pet owners. Your awareness could save another pet's life. And finally, remember, pets rely on us for their well-being. Their trust is unconditional, and it's up to us to be vigilant guardians of their health. By making informed choices and resisting the urge to share unsafe foods, we can give our pets the happiest, healthiest lives possible. Thank you for caring enough to learn more and keep your furry friends safe.